are able to see now. Get them all out. So what we're going to do is we're going to count them. And I want you to count with me. And as you count, I want you to type that number in the chat box. Okay, you guys ready? All right, so let's start with 1. Can you guys type that number in the chat box and count out loud to your learning coach? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, Lewis. 5, 6. Good. 7. Great job. 8. Good. 9. And 10. Woo! All right. Who can tell me what comes after the number 10? Very good, Charity. 11. Excellent. 11. The next one is 12. And this is one that a lot of people miss because it's kind of one of those numbers that the way you say it is different than the way you say other numbers. So a 1 and a 2. Very good, Skylar. Very good, Emma. Next we have 13. Great. 14. 15. Great. 16. Good, Emma. A 16 is a 1 and a 6. Good. 17. A 1 and a 7. 18. 19. And 20. A 2 and a 0. All right, we still have more. I'm going to try to go a little faster. You think you guys are up for the challenge? Do you think you can type your numbers in even faster? Let's try 21. 22. You guys are going fast. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. And 29 seeds. We have 29 seeds. Who was the closest? What number is the closest to 29? I want you guys to grab your pointer and point to the number that is closest to 29. All right. Woo-hoo! Give a round of applause to Emma and to all you guys for doing so good with your pumpkin counting. Excellent. So what do you guys think if I were going to take these numbers right here and put them in order? We already said that the number 30 was going to be the smallest and the number 1,000 was going to be the biggest. So we already got the number 30 and we already got the number 1,000. So let's look at 50 and let's look at 100. What about 50? Where would 50 go? Which number would come next after 30? And you guys can raise your hands or type it in the chat box. It doesn't matter. All right. Go ahead, Skylar. know what we're going to talk about? Well, what did we just do here? What did we just do right here? Go ahead, Emma. What are we going to talk about today?
I'm going up.
It was a little bit hard to hear you. I think you said putting numbers in order, which is exactly right. So here's my Halloween bag, and I'm going to turn the video off so you guys don't get distracted. But what do we think could be in my Halloween bag? If we look back to this very first page when you first came in, it says how